Underwear?
Or like, I was thinking like ZamWow. No ShamWow. I was thinking that, but with Zamu's tag.
Whenever I play Counter-Strike and somebody says someone's underpass, I say, underwear? And nobody laughs every single time. I'm pretty sure I'm like over 30 on people acknowledging me whenever I say that.
Damn.
I'm going to force all of you right now to acknowledge it.
So make a graphic of Trey's like PFP on Twitch, something like that, and just take like the NBA stat card and put him like that, over 30 with
over 30 on
like,
underwear.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, nice Devane combo there from Kalvar.
That's an amazing segue.
Ooh, okay, I like the empty land grab. Also known as a tomahawk.
Tomahawk grab for the experts out there, for the nerds. You know, for a long time, I actually didn't know what tomahawk was until like last year. I never put it two together. I'm like, what does that actually mean? I used to say empty op instead. Like, oh, that's what it means. And we put it together like that.
I think tomahawk specifically refers to empty land grab.
Yeah. So like,
there is no like tomahawk nair. You know, that's just empty land.
Yeah, it's empty hop or empty land, whatever you want to say. I always say empty hop.
Empty who?
Empty who? Empty what? Empty what now? She emptied my what? And when? Whomst?
Housed. So far, quite even as well, which I feel like we've been seeing from most of these games. There's been a couple runaway games that we've had so far, but like Kalvar's first set, it's a good example. That Justice set was very back and forth, and we're looking at the same matchup, same colors. Zamu, Justice, training partners at points. You know,
play a lot of each other on net play for Midwest times.
I don't say they're cut from the same cloth, but you know, beating Justice, I feel like bodes well for your chances to potentially beat a player like Zamu.
Especially how Kalvar adjusted in that set too, being aware he just wants to approach with like how he approached on occasion, how swingy it was back and forth, and like Justice couldn't finish his combo some of the time. Get someone like Zamu who's going to be more competent at that, someone who's more warmed up as well. In singles for just coming off of doubles, can bode well for Zamu, but no, Kalvar keeping this very, very close.
Yeah, we're still seeing part of the issue that we saw in the Justice set, where they're letting Fox survive too long, and I feel like that at a certain point, Zamu might exploit that a little bit more, might come back to haunt you. Because again, that last stock we just saw, 154%, which speaks of the survivability a lot of Fox players have been garnering in this matchup in particular, but definitely not something you would want to see. And again, we're now pushing 120%, which the 30% in between 120 and 150 is equivalent to like the 100% from 0 to 100 for Marth.
Yeah,
like it's that much harder.
It's two different games basically. That's what it feels like. It's like you're stuck in a simulation. Like I need to find like a tipper basically, or like an up B, which they want Alms detect where they will die. Fortunately, Kalvar cleans up. Zamu's having a good time in the camera. But yeah, if you don't want things to be so like close like this, you just need to kill Fox sooner. But like Kalvar's not the only one that has an issue. It could be more of a lingering thing with him. But I think you see like a lot of Marth, especially at the high level, to struggle with.
Yeah. And I prefer Kalvar playing to their comfort and strengths than like overextending out of pressure, feeling like if I don't kill them now, then it's going to bite me. So the consistency that I've seen in how they're approaching this, and the fact they did just surmount a reverse 3-0 while doing so, does make me feel like that this isn't purely just like Kalvar not feeling comfortable closing stocks out and stuff, but that they do have a calculated risk reward, and they are willing to reset neutral maybe a little more often than some players.
Take your time with it. See, okay, I'm not going to get this right now. Kind of change back for a second, take a breather, then go back in and do something else. You know, maybe go for a down tilt, maybe lead to a grab afterwards. Maybe I want to approach for a raw grab and go after a down to tech chase. You kind of take a moment to think of your options and kind of go with that. But I believe Zamu did take that first game. It was like, I know I heard the Fox jingle, so he's up one. Kalvar can think about FD probably this one. So I think went Fountain first in the Justice set. I think it goes for Stadium here.
Yeah, that was something I know. They seem to enjoy saving FD till they're down 0-2.
Which I think is fair.
Yeah, because they did the same thing against Justice in the sense that they didn't go straight to FD, but FD clearly seemed like their best counter pick. Here they're opting for Pokemon instead of Fountain, maybe partially based off of what they felt like in the Fountain match last time.
Yes,
that they did end up losing to Justice. Trying something different, but maybe that feeling of like, I can get on the board here, I can learn something, but I still, if I don't, I have something that I'm even more comfortable with next. But if you go down 0-2, losing on your most comfortable stage, maybe that does more mental damage than you think it's worth to have run it back twice.
Exactly.
Not even necessarily mental damage.
Or just like the thoughts in your head, like I still have like this backup plan. Like, it's like a trump card, basically. Like, I'm gonna try this out and see how this goes instead.
Yeah, and if you're gonna win the set, you're gonna have to win on
FD.
more than just FD either way. So
you could make that kind of more run for yourself, basically. Down tilt, yeah, that should be a dead fox. And again,
yeah, if he continues to win this, then that means you have FD would be your counter pick to push it to Game 5, and then Game 5 gives you a whole new revitalization. So I can see this this thought process.
I can understand where it's coming from. It's a very good approach to it. You don't want to expend all your resources right away, especially won't be more like these long-winded sets like throughout the rest of the tournament, basically.
And I feel like seeing him counterpick 2 different stages against 2 different foxes in a row as their first counterpick does show that this is more deliberately built around the fact of saving FD than it is like, I think Fountain is best against Justice.
Yes.
Or I think Pokemon's best against Zamu.
Exactly.
It's more like, what's the best stage that's not FD against this player?
Yes, because for stylistic things, like, how Justice plays compared to Zamu, much more like, goes off of hit, kind of shrinks off together with like more solid platforms. Here's where this is more of a neutral thing, I feel. Because both of them haven't really used platforms, I feel like, too much so far in this game. It's much more like center stage focused and corner focused. And now, doing that here, this kind of layout has been like kind of the main story. Yeah, even if you've seen that, goes on platform, gets right back down and go be right in Kalvar's face. So yeah.
Down tilt. We've been seeing Zamu like Om's attack and SDI down some of these hits, like the up Bs and stuff like that. And I feel like that down tilt at 150, if you had F smash there and hit Zamu, the DI that he did would have just Om's attacked it. But that like down tilt and forcing him to like DI in and down for that like survival / Om's attack DI made a really easy follow up off a down tilt. That normally, if you're holding away, like on a down tilt at 150, you get no follow-up.
Yeah, you get nothing.
You're going to get hit so far away and then just tech roll away to the edge unreactively.
Corner, basically.
But yeah, that, maybe was the realization that like survival DI is going to net me something off of down tilt, whereas it normally wouldn't.
Yes, exactly. Because again, once you get like that sort of thing, okay, they're not going to get away as much as they do that instead, so it's going to lead something else for Marth, for example.
Yeah.
The spot dodge to avoid the up tilt at least. Zamu kind of gets some survivability up, but he is facing a pretty deep deficit. Okay, gets the Nair, kind of knock Kalvar away. No. There's the tipper. Yeah, this is what Kalvar just needs to find more, because we can see this a lot in the Justice set. He's just going to find tippers as well until the very end of the set. Up B, yep, there's that attack again. It leads to no flop, as you were just talking about. Yeah, there's the weak hit forward air. Kalvar going to get on the board pretty solidly in that one, too.
Quite. And again, now sitting on FD.
Still there, If you ever go down again, then, it's right there. You can right back up for Game 5. Goes to Dreamlight, yeah. But as we saw in the Justice set, Kalvar was very, very comfortable here against Justice. So really not the worst thing for him. I just love that. They boost on my Kalvar until they monster tipper.
Hey, yo, Kalvar looking booze.
It's like a sheesh,
hanging
basically.
loose, looking boost. And the Tipski sent him off stage to start. And again, we already saw Kalvar find some success on Dreamland in Game 5 against Justice in the last set. This is set Kalvar up for a nice potential swing in this set to garner back. I really feel like Kalvar is pretty comfortable on Dreamland.
No, I agree.
It's definitely not a stage that I doubt too much.
Yeah, and I was saying it earlier in the Justice. This is a set where the kind of player that Kalvar is. I think he benefits from having just more space and how he kind of plays this game. Plus, like I said, when you have so much space on the ground here at a horizontal level like this one, you can just tech chase so far across the stage from how he plays. So this is kind of like he's kind of like at home here when something like Fox takes him here.
Oh, Kalvar Chad up 4-2 right now.
It doesn't, unfortunately, doesn't hit Zamu out of the recovery, so he's or out of the air dodge is what I should say.
That being said, Zamu SDing, not the coolest way to go up 4-2.
Nah.
Not that it's Dave's fault.
It's a big drag.
I know Dave like that. Dave's Kalvar, by the way.
Yeah, Dave is Kalvar. Or David is like the call. But to me, there's like David, which is Kalvar, and there's Dave, who is Shuffle here in New England from New Hampshire. That's who I grew up with the New Hampshire scene. It's like those two. So all right, you mean Dave, right? As in Shuffle? Okay, cool. Then David being Kalvar. Oh, then it's Dave Zo. Yeah, then there's Dave Zoso. I mean, I call Zoso David Huge. That's what I always call him.
Then there's Dave Devane as well for all the New Hampshire heads.
Yes.
If anybody in chat doesn't know who Dave Devane is, look it up.
Let's say, just Google it, please. Answers on the test tomorrow.
Oh, the air dodge through, definitely giving a little bit more lease on this stock, but you know what? At this point, I do not think Kalvar cares what percent they're killing the Spacey. The amount of like stocks against such high level talent in a row that they're able to like keep composed and bring to that 120 to 200% and clean it out without really suffering much additional extra credit, damage, or anything done to them is quite impressive.
Yeah, it's very
their
good.
neutral is looking really solid.
It's very polished right now, basically. Because like even like you say in Kalvar right now, he still has another stock to work with if he goes down. He's not able to land for a little bit.
You got 2 stocks to work with.
Yeah. Most of the stages like this where he's been so comfortable and Zamu's not be able to find a kill till now. Barely alive. He's still be chilling for a little bit, but he's got to make sure he steals Zamu for like the next like 150% probably. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because the lead is still up on.
Yeah. And Kalvar's like, man, you're going to live on 150 on Yoshi's anyway. Like, I don't care. Let's go to Dreamland.
Yeah.
At least I got to live to 150 also.
Yeah. I mean, you get that? No, I get that buff too, so I'm hanging out just with you, man.
Yeah,
that's a dunker.
Wow, that's like the earliest kill we've seen, and that
crossed both of them.
And again, that's like no shade. Like Kalvar is like showing that this is consistently working for them quite well. Now up 2-1 against Zamu after reverse 3-0ing Justice. Like they're looking very strong, and very strong with a lot of easy improvements that I think they're very aware of too. It's not even improvements that like what they need to change. It's more just cleaning it up, if anything. Like just taking the stock 30% earlier off the combo rather than having to reset neutral and do it one more time. And you know they see the opportunities there. It's not that they're just not trying to seize them. It's just they're not always falling their way. But it has been some very decisive games so far.
Yeah, it's been his execution has been a lot. Sorry to cut you off. It's been a lot more cleaner execution from him, and that's kind of been the story of like since like game 4 and 5 of the Justice set all the way to now.
Again, it was game 1 of the Justice set where I brought up like how Kalvar could potentially get their recoveries exploited and stuff, and that could be a really huge set maker for the Fox players and such. But really, I haven't seen that come to fruition too often.
Not much.
Their recovery mix-up has been really good.
Yeah, it's been like a good, like sometimes go on stage, sometimes go to ledge.
The air dodge.
You make them guess. It's like, okay, is Marth's going to go on stage or is he going to go for sweet spots? So how do I kind of react? I haven't really seen many people try and like call that out at all so far. It's more so just like, okay, I'm going to shine goes on stage, with a strong aerial, like a back air, and they usually die from that. Not really as much has been seen of that. A B, yeah, that's a great call on the side B. So Kalvar's even it right back up. I know living for a long time, but that's kind of like the story of both of these sets. I like this just to run away from Zamu. You know, I'm not dealing with that at all. Just runs to the corner and just kind of just resets everything. Almost gets it with the forward smash, but not quite. So kind of more so starting scrapping for advantage right now. Zamu holding center stage, loading Kalvar, trying to approach. Yep. We have Shadow Smash, not quite, because this is Dreamland, but don't seem to mind it.
Making it back again. Zamu kind of letting Kalvar get ledge/stage. Like when Kalvar looks like they're going to be getting ledge, Zamu does not try to ledge trap as much right now. Maybe they're feeling the pressure from some of these reversals, which you kind of saw glimpses of potentially, but they've been taking more of a center stage position to then try and reset neutral themselves.
Exactly. And it's been a thing where it's like Kalvar would go to ledge and then like Zamu would just kind of wait for him to go on the stage, then act afterwards instead. Instead of like trying to end the stock right then and there.
Zamu
get the sweet spot, but great unstick at least, so Kalvar not able to cover that afterwards.
I like that up tilt. We haven't seen much like that yet from Zamu. Catching Kalvar off guard, much as it did any of us.
Now Zamu, looking more poised. This is kind of like a reversal of the last game where Zamu was looking really poised. He's living for a while on this stock too. But now finally dies at 174. So Kalvar, we see this happen. It's happened in the Just Set, being down 2 stocks to his 1. So let's see if he can kind of run this back on Dreamland. Tech chase. Yep. Another one. Yeah, this is the Kalvar zone. This is just like what you'd expect from him. Yeah,
oh, wow, I cannot believe they were able to catch that. What great reactions.
Just carrying him across. This is major damage. Like, he can end the stock. This is right where he wants to be. So just trying to land, but no, getting caught. But each time he lands, Kalvar right there for it.
And with the percent difference right there, that scrap is favored quite in Kalvar because that ability to SDI and CC down and just counter hit. But again, Zamu now at 172, making full use of every single one of these percents at the moment.
Because that's the first time I've seen a Marth killer, I think, in either of these sets, too. But doesn't quite finish it afterwards, though. So looking for something. There's a sweet spot back air. Still alive. Yeah, forward smash. He's dead. All right, so if he can get another like down throw and get like a big stock, he can just easily take this win and take the set, maybe. Zamu taking his time, not wanting to run into Kalvar just yet. Gets a strong hit, has to recover. I thought maybe he would just shine him, but no, goes for the full-on back air.
Fades all the way to on stage. But again, a little bit more opportunity here for Kalvar.
There's a shine I was thinking he would do on the last one, but it doesn't lead to anything. Maybe just looking for some kind of opening. Oh, yeah, I know he wants to grab.
Oh, the gust!
This is it. This is it.
He's gusting.
Ooh. Ah, okay. Zamu was saying, no, I'm dusting that. So going up, got a game 5, I believe. All right, but here it is, Trey. You were talking about earlier, the FD counter pick. It can come in now.
Yeah.
He was up 2-1, took the Dreamland game in the last one, and now he can bring him to FD. Now this is where it's kind of all or nothing right now.
Very, I feel like that this strategy is paying dividends right now for Kalvar.
Yeah.
In both their sets.
Yeah, it's just a long game. It's not like still like tunnel vision-y as some of the Marth players might get. It's just more so, okay, I'm going to try this one out for a bit, go to a stage like Dream where I have much more space, and okay, now I have the situation where it's like, okay, he took the game, but now I have to take all the platforms that he has. This FD is still a very, very wide stage, but now you have to worry about Fox running away and going up the top plat or side plat. Now your players are just much more comfortable, and your tech chases will be still pretty much the exact same here.
1, 2, no 3.
I was like, is this the count from Sesame Street? That's what I was envisioning.
No, I'm a vampire, went to space in Final Destination. Vampires in space.
Come to a theater near you. All right. Let's do a regrab.
Oh, this fox is in space.
Forward switch.
How can he breathe in space?
He's used to space. He's been many R-wings in space, but
Kalvar doing a great job utilizing the space.
One stock.
Ooh, and now we're seeing the CC down tilt to the dash backs. Kalvar is, kind of layering in that, for lack of a better term, like annoying gameplay or flustering gameplay, I feel like is a better way. It's not even something that's like really that hard to counter or anything, but when you've been having to deal with the way that Kalvar's been playing the rest of the set, which really hasn't been very traditional.
No, it's
honestly
been much more how he plays it.
And then you're layering in these CC down tilts with a stock lead and these dash backs. It's really like, okay, now I have to go back and like acknowledge layer 1 also. And like if I do a bad nair and I get CC grabbed here, we're on FD. This is now when you get the most advantage out of those like simple setups as a Marth player. And we're seeing Kalvar like take full advantage of this like traditional style while they have just been honing in for the rest of their set, like the Kalvar style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
like
maybe
it's like shedding skin. Shedding skin to more of like, okay, you're going here, I'm trying to do this strategy, and it's working really well. But
shedding skin in space.
Yeah, in space. And now we got an even game in space, too. Oh, boy. Dead even game. Oh, that's a hit, potentially. Now
he hit him in space.
Oh, he got out of the grab. I'm like, he's so ready to down throw that, but no, he got out.
Oh, nice SDI as well.
Escaping the combo. Rising fair gets percent. Oh,
that's scary on this stage. If that dash jack had connected, like those rising aerials and stuff, if you get popped back up as Marth, like it's 60% as you're trying to attack out of something. But, I mean, Kalvar here putting together a big string. Ooh, that's the grab. I was kind of unsure how they would attempt to follow up on that, if that was the maybe go for a tilt or if they would try and attempt to grab, but they did get the grab.
Exactly. Just down throw again, and that's it.
Yeah.
Carrying that stock right back in his favor, and now it's sitting up fresh stock at least. Okay, gets the upbeat, does get shine at the ledge, got another opportunity.
Oh, there's the, oh my gosh, the missed tech off of the low percent F smash, the Mewtwo King Classic, and 50% extra credit. I mean, that's something that you're definitely not going to be sad about if you're Kalvar going into this last stock. It's hard to get a lead against Zamu at any point, but Wow, just barely Bon Jovi in it.
Living on a prayer right now. Is he? Oh, America's Most Wanted, baby. Hold on. No, okay. Gets him in the corner. Oh, another down tilt. Nah, I thought maybe you would try and go to
survival.
Great right up the wall. Zamu teching in a lot on these covers. Used to be able to punish this. Not quite get it right there, but no. Up air. Okay, wait.
Chat's been acknowledging the defense from Zamu this whole set so far, and it looks like it might be coming into play here. But again,
no.
Kalvar's defense of their own, not falling to that up air.
Forward smash again, doesn't get a tipper, but Zamu going to the other side of the stage, has to find something. He's at 155. It's the Stitch story of a lot of these situations.
The tournament winner, but tournament winner for who?
Marth Killer,
one
rinse
of
and
the first
repeat.
reaching.
Oh my god, okay. 116, hold ledge, slow get up. No, he gets the ledge.
Great
This is
recovery.
so tight. Weak fair sitting Zamu to the corner. Grab. Oh, I thought he was going to grab him.
Both these players are playing really clutch
B.
right now, and it seems like it is going to be Kalvar